So welcome back to the channel guys. In this video we will gonna learn about what are relationships. Okay. So until now we have learned how to create objects, fields, records, lightning pages, dynamic forms and many other Salesforce features. But here is a question. What if two objects need to be connected? For example, students belong to a college, an employee works in a department, a contact belongs to an account. How do we connect these records together? That's where relationships comes in. So let's first understand the word relationships. Imagine a school. Every student belongs to a class. Every teacher teaches one or more classes. Every class belongs to a department. So these records are connected with each other. Salesforce works in exactly the same way. Instead of keeping every object isolated, Salesforce allows us to connect objects. This connection is called a relationship. In simple word, a relationship connects two objects so that related records can be linked together. So let's understand this with a business example also. Imagine you own a car showroom. Okay, you have these objects customer, vehicle, and test drive. Without relationship, you would have to manually remember which customer booked which vehicle. But by creating relationships, Salesforce automatically connects customer to vehicle and vehicle to test drive. So everything become organized and easy to manage. Relationships also helps us avoid duplicate data, connect business records, generate better reports, improve automation, and maintain data consistency. That's why relationships are one of the most powerful feature in Salesforce. Now let's start with the most commonly used relationship, the lookup relationship. A lookup relationship creates a connection between two objects, but both objects remain independent. That means each record can exist on its own. For example, suppose we have student object and a course object. Student may have a course, but if someone deletes that course record, the student record will still exist obviously. Only the relationship is removed. This makes lookup a loose connection. Features of lookup relationships are parent and child are independent. Parent record is optional. Child can exist without parent. No roll-up summary fields. We will talk about the roll-up summary later. Deleting the parent does not automatically delete the child, and ownership remains always separate. So let's talk about a real life example. Let's say we have a relationship between employee to department. If a department is deleted, the employee record should still remain. Later we can assign that employee to another department. This is a perfect use case for a lookup relationship. Let's see the practical demo of the lookup relationship first, then we can move on to the other relationships. So now I have created my Salesforce org, and here I have created two objects, departments and employee, like I told you in the example. So we will gonna create a lookup relationship here now. So always remember in which object you are creating a relationship. Like I have opened the employee object and now I am gonna create the lookup relationship. So if I am gonna create the relationship in the employee object always gonna be child. So that means in which object you create the relationship, that object become child, and the other object to which you create the relationship become the parent. So here I have opened the field and relationships, and here I am going to create the lookup relationship. So let me click on new, and here I need to select the lookup relationship from here. So after selecting, let me click on next. So when you click on next, you have to choose the parent object now. So I'm creating this relationship in the employee object, so I need to choose the department object now. So let me search for the department object. So this is the department object. Okay. So let me click on next. So I have to give a field label and a API name here. So that will gonna be department 2. Okay. And here is the child relationship name which will gonna be employees. I can also rename it, but let it be. Okay. So let me click on next. So let's again click next and again next and save. So now my lookup relationship has been created with the department object, and here you can see department and the API name is department underscore underscore C, and the data type is the lookup relationship department. So let me go back to the employee object and let me refresh the page. Okay, now let's try to create a record in the employee object. Okay, so whenever I try to create a record here, so you can see I already had two fields here, employee name and the employee salary. But the department field is created here now when I created the lookup relationship. So whenever I'm creating a record here for the employee, I can choose the parent of that record too, here by selecting a department record. So there is no department record, I guess, in the department object. So first let's create some record in the department object. So let me create department 1, 2 and 3 will be okay, I guess. So this will gonna be department 1, and this will be department 2, and this will be department 3. So I have created three fields in the department object now. So let me go back to the employees, and here let me try to create a record in the employee. So here I need to give an employee name. So the employee name will gonna be employee 1 and the salary will be 45,000. And now I need to choose a parent for this record. So the parent will gonna be from these records which I have created in the department object. So let's choose department 1 as the parent of this record. Okay, so let me save it. So you can see I have a record in my employee object now. Whenever I open that object, I can see I have employee name, I have the salary, and now I have a field department which is a lookup relationship. That's why it is coming in this blue color. And I can also click on this record and open this record. So let me click on it, and then you can see the record has been opened. So that's how we can create a lookup relationship. Let me tell you one more thing about the relationship, that when you create a relationship between two objects, in the parent object you can go to the related section and you can see the child object. Here you can see it, in this department one object, it has a child called employee one. Here you can see there is a list in which there is one employee. So like if I go back to the employee object and try to create one more record here, and let me again choose department 1 as the parent, and let me create this record. So let's go back to the department object and click on department 1 and go to the related section, and now you can see in the related section you can see these childs. Now the department 1 object has two childs, employee 1 and employee 2. So let me delete this department 1 record, and I have deleted this department 1 record now. So let's see if my employee record still exists or not. So now I have come back to my employee records, and both of the employee records are here. None of them get deleted with the record. And when I open it, the department section has been empty now. So that means both the records were independent of each other. So it doesn't matter if the parents get deleted, it does not gonna affect to the child. And also it doesn't matter if the childs get deleted, the parent will gonna be remain same. So that is our lookup relationship. So now let's learn. So now let's learn the second relationship type, which is a master detail relationship. Unlike lookup, master detail creates a very strong connection between two objects. The child record cannot exist without the parent. If the parent record is deleted, then all child records are automatically deleted. This is called cascade delete. In simple words, a child completely depends on the parent. There are multiple features of master detail relationship. We have a strong parent child relationship. First of all, we can say child cannot exist without the parent. The parent field is always mandatory. It also supports roll up summary fields, and it also supports cascade delete. The child inherits owner, and whatever the child we create in the master detail relationship, it will gonna inherit the ownership, sharing, and the security from the parent too. So let's talk about the features of master detail relationship in a brief. So first of all, let me talk about the roll-up summary here. You can see this is the roll-up summary, and it is one of the biggest advantage of master detail relationship because it allows Salesforce to automatically calculate values from child record. For example, if we have a order object and the order item object, both of them have master detail relationship. Salesforce can automatically calculate total quantity, total amount, maximum price, minimum price without writing any code. This feature is available only in master detail relationship. So remember that. So now let's talk about cascade delete. Suppose an active account has 5 contacts. If that relationship is master detail, deleting the account will automatically delete all 5 contacts. So this is called cascade delete. When a parents get deleted, then its child will get deleted too with the parent. Now let's talk about ownership and sharing. In a master deal relationship, the child record does not have its own owner. It automatically inherits owner, sharing settings, security from the parent record. This keeps data secure and consistent. Okay, let's see the practical demo now. So I'm back in my Salesforce org now, and let me go to the more option, and here I have created two objects, projects and project tasks. So the project will gonna be the parent and the project task will gonna be the child. So let me go to the project task, and now I will create the master detail relationship between these two objects. So let me go to the edit object option, and here in the edit object I will go to the fields and relationship, and here I will click on new, and then here I will gonna select the master detail relationship, and after selecting that I will gonna select next. Now I need to choose the parent object, so I will gonna choose project. So now I will click on next. Here I need to give the label and the API name, and let's click next, again next, again next, and then save. So now my master detail relationship has been created, and here you can see the name is project and the API name is project underscore underscore C, and then there is a data type master detail with the project. Now again the things will gonna be majorly same, like whenever I go to the project task, like I go to the project task, and let me refresh this first, and now let's try to create a new record here. Okay, so when I try to create a new record I will get the option to choose the parent. Okay, so let's create some record first in the project object, and here in the project object I have only one field again. So I'm creating this record project 1 now. So I have created this record, so I have one project in my project object now. So let me go to the project task again, and here let me try to create a record now. So the project task name is project task 1, and the credits will be 45 for this project, and the parent will gonna be project 1 here, and let me save this record. So let's create one more record. So this will gonna be my second record project task 2, and the credits will be 20, and the parent will gonna be project 1 again. So let me save this record too. So let me go to the project object now, and here you can see this is my project 1, and let me go to the related, and here you can see I can see the childs here too. So this is the feature of relationship. You can always see your childs through the related list. So now, is not it looking similar to lookup relationship? So what is the difference? So now we will gonna see the difference. So the thing is, whenever you delete a parent in the parent object, like I have this parent object project. If I delete this record now, let me delete this record. So I have deleted project 1 now. So let me go to the project task. And here you can see there is no record. That means if the parents get deleted, the childs will get deleted too. This is Cascade delete feature of the master detailed relationship. So I hope you can see the difference now. So let me create some more records in these objects, and then we will see more features. Okay. So now what I did is I have created some records here. In the project object I have created a record heavy project, and you can see I have three child record here, task 1, 2 and 3, and you can also see in the project task I have created these three records. Okay, task 1, task 2 and task 3, and you can open the record and you can see there is a credit in the project task. Let me first tell you the scenario. What I wanted to do is, I know that in my heavy project I have three childs. Okay, in all of the three childs have some credits. Obviously I want to find the sum of those credits. Like I have some credits in task 1, like let me open the task 1. I have 35 credits in task 1. I have 30, I have 10 credits in task 3, and I have 56 credits in task 2. So you can see I have multiple different credits in different tasks. These all three are the sibling of the same parent. So I can find the sum, count, or maybe minimum or maximum from them using the roll up summary. So let me show you how we can do that. So first what I will do, I will go to the parent object in the project. Okay, here I will go to the edit object, and in the edit object you can go to the fields and relationship, and you can create a new fields and relationship, and here you have to find the roll up summary. This option will gonna be disabled until you create a master detailed relationship. Okay, and when you open the parent object, then only you will be able to use the roll up summary, because you can only use the roll up summary in the master detailed relationship in the parent object. Okay, I hope you remember that. Okay, then I will click on next, and here I need to give it a name. So I will gonna find the sum of the credits, so I will name it as sum of child's credit. Okay, so let me click next, and here I need to choose from which child. I only have one child for now for this object, so I will gonna choose the project task. That is my only object. So now I need to choose what I need to find out. I need to find out the sum. So I will click on sum. And now for which field? So I need to choose a field too. There is only credit field which is a number type. So you can only find the sum of those fields which are of number type. And there is only one field credit in my child object which is of number type. So this is giving me this option only. Okay, so I have selected credit. Now let me click on next. Again, let me click on next and then save. So now you can see I have created a roll up summary of the sum project task. So let me go back to my parent object, and here let me refresh this page. Now let me open this record, and I think it is not visible for now because of the cache problem. So let me refresh it again and again and let's see. So I was having some cache problem in my normal browser. So I've opened my incognito mode now. So whenever you are having some cache problem and you are not able to see those fields or object you are creating, so you must have to use incognito mode, because in incognito mode you don't see the cache problems. So here let me go to my parent object, and here let me open this record now. And here you can see I am able to see my field now, which is a roll up summary field. That's why I cannot edit this. It is calculating the credits of the child records now. So you can see in this field I'm seeing 101. So let me count the sum of credits here. So let me go to the child and let me first open the task 1, and you can see 35. Okay, let me open the task 2, 56, and let me open the task 3, it is 10. So the total sum is obviously 101. Now you have seen that we can also use roll up summary to find the sum, count, minimum and maximum from the childs. So that feature is only available in master detail relationships. I hope you got it. So if we talk about the difference between lookup and master detail, we have loose relationship in lookup, and the parent is optional in the lookup. Obviously child exists independently. There is no roll up summary in the lookup relationship, and there is no cascade delete in the lookup relationship, and we can have separate ownerships. But in the master detail we have strong relationships, parents are mandatory, child depends on parent, supports roll up summary, and it has cascade delete option. Okay, so there is a simple trick to remember it. Like when we are talking about lookup, we can say these are independent friends, and when we are talking about master detail, they are the actual parent and child. Okay. So today we have learned what relationships are, what is lookup relationship, what is master detail, lookup summary, roll up summary, cascade delete, ownerships and sharing, practical implementation of all of this, and the difference between lookup and master detail. So in the next video, we will gonna explore more about relationship, because there is not only just two relationships. We have multiple more relationships in Salesforce. Like we have self relationship, we have hierarchical relationship, we have many to many, we have external lookup relationships. Okay, so we have a lot of relationships remaining. So we will gonna cover that in the next video. So thank you so much for watching. If you found this video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next lesson.